Joe Rogan is under attack, and it's coming from the dinosaur legacy media that he helped collapse. As they go extinct, they're on the brink of losing their minds, angry that Uncle Joe might believe in dragons, dinosaurs, or whatever it is they've come up with. Hey, have you heard about the UFOs yet? Probably not, because they haven't been paying any attention to anyone other than their own elite selves. And now they're furious because the public has put them on the shelves. Hello and welcome, folks. Our job here is to explain entertainment, keep you ahead of the culture curve. Coming to you from somewhere sunny USA, it's yet another video of excellence on the way. Folks, we only ask that you click the like button, and we're going to share with you what the crazies, the zanies, but even the government officials are beginning to say about the new media. And definitely that includes people like Elon Musk, the head of X, and Joe Rogan, who is the next, perhaps, person to lead the new media into an era where legacy dinosaur stodgy networks no longer matter whatsoever. And maybe we're already there. Click the like button, and here we go. All right, folks, here's the story. Joe Rogan under attack after he decimated the dinosaur legacy media. This is out of Fox News. It's by Nicholas Lanham. Lanham, Australian broadcast chair, unleashes on Joe Rogan. Deeply repulsive. The Australian TV exec Kim Williams claimed Rogan treats public as plunder and exploits their vulnerabilities, which is to say that the public at large is just too stupid to not understand Joe is messing with them. Here's what Fox News had to say about the whole thing.
Basically, to this guy, Joe Rogan, who believes in dragons. I checked it. He believes in dragons? He believes in dragons.
Did you triple source that?
Yes, I did. And he also thinks that dragons, like, I guess, like dinosaur type of animals, roamed the earth when people did.
God.
Panel, does anybody actually believe that? Do you all believe that? Do you think Joe Rogan actually believes that real dragons breathe fire?
Wait.
Joyce said it, so it's got to be
The
true.
look on Whoopi's face was like, what?
I believe in dragons.
When Whoopi doesn't believe in it. Let's continue.
Rogan really
what's wrong with believing in dragons?
His ex-bio to quote Dragon Believer. Joe Concha is a Fox News contributor, and he joins us now. Joe, this is so up Joe Rogan's alley in terms of what he finds funny. To first of all be called a Dragon Believer, and also to be accused of being an unreliable source of information by the ladies of The View. So what is your reaction to all of this?
Oh, yes, Carly. We should absolutely trust The View and not the guy who revolutionized the world with electric cars, SpaceX. I could go on with the accomplishments of Elon Musk. I have a question. Do stupid people get to a point in life where they realize that they're, stupid? Because this is what panic sounds like.
And panic there is indeed. And so, panelists, what I'd like to ask you is, the legacy dinosaur media, it appears to me that they're just lashing out at this point. They're just angry. They're just mad because Joe Rogan has defeated them. He has destroyed their business model, and nobody is going to go back to them now. And they know that. So, Joe Rogan is mocking them, and they don't even understand it. Let me show this to you real quick before we go any further. Here we go. Take a look at this, folks. It says, when asked to offer his thoughts on Rogan during his address to the Australian National Press Club, this is Kim Williams, the Australian Broadcasting Corporation chairman, Williams admitted that he was not a consumer of the Joe Rogan experience. Said, I think people like Rogan prey on people's vulnerabilities. They prey on fear. They prey on anxiety. They prey on all the elements that contribute to uncertainty in society. He also suggested that Rogan pushes, and he goes into these crazy stuff. Here's my thought on this, though. It's one thing if the ladies of The View say it. It's another thing if government officials, even international government officials, start saying this kind of thing. Because I don't know if you all noticed, panelists. I don't know if you noticed, folks out there listening, but the mainstream legacy dinosaur media that is dying now, they pushed non-stop conspiracies and propaganda and fear for years. And it was all damaging to society. Erica, do you think that they are done with? Do you think that Joe Rogan now reigns supreme and they're just mad about it?
not just Joe Rogan. I mean, they're just targeting him, but like the whole social media space, people are getting their news from X and YouTube. And, another thing too that I have not heard anyone bring to light is that have you noticed that in this new media, the audience can interact with people like you guys? There's a connection. And you don't have that connection with, these people on Fox, or The View or whatever. So it's how do we put it? It's relational, like
I agree with
relational
that.
ministry, as we're taught in youth ministry.
And there's a relational now. There's a relational chasm between the dinosaurs who have no connection with the average person, Erica.
And I think since the pandemic, there's been a hunger for human connection, even now more so than ever. I think that's another, part to it. So, but yeah, I find myself, well, we've been watching YouTube for years anyways, and now it's just like that's just our go-to for all entertainment, for everything. And I know we're not the only family, in that headspace.
Lorena, why do you think they fear, and they clearly do fear, why do you think they fear Joe Rogan, Elon Musk, the X platform? I mean, they're trying to do an exodus to blue sky, for crying out loud, and that's not working. Why are they so afraid? Why can they not join the new media and compete with us? What is it that scares them so badly?
Well, that they no longer can control the narrative. They're no longer the gatekeepers. It used to be that the barrier to entry into this space was very, very expensive. Now, the only barrier to entry is you just have a phone, an internet connection, boom, guess what? You're online. So they're no longer able to gatekeep information. And because they've lost that control, they do not know what to do with themselves. And an informed public is their worst enemy, especially when the public is informed, but not through them.
That's a fantastic point. I want to go to Jay. Jay, I was on Ron Coleman's show for election night coverage. And Ron Coleman is, he represents Donald Trump. And so when Trump's attorney asks you to come on his show, you go on his show. But as part of what I was doing, I was checking out all of the different streams that were running on election night, trying to see who had, information that I could bring to the Ron Coleman show. And I was so impressed. I found, for example, Jeremy of Geeks and Gamers fame, of which you were part over there, that group. And he was running a D-Day Cobra election stream. He had 10,000 concurrent viewers minimum, hour after hour after hour. And as I'm watching it, I'm thinking, these guys are better than the crew at Fox News. And then I would go and I'd watch PBD, or I would go and I would watch Daily Wire, and I would think, going to the networks is like stepping back into the past. So Jay, I just wonder, do you think that they're lashing out because they have no ability to actually step into a meritocracy? They depend on the gatekeeping just to survive.
100%. I think the beautiful thing about this election, it showed and told these type of people in the media and Hollywood celebrities that their influence is completely gone, that nobody cares what they have to say. People laugh at them now when they make these crazy statements. And we just saw on MSNBC, even though Comcast looking to sell, apparently, they had to make the trip all the way to Mar-a-Lago to kiss the ring of Donald Trump because their ratings are so bad that the Morning Joe and all them are like, hey, they had to apologize to their audience for even suggesting that they went to go talk to Trump to see if he would show up on their network again. I mean, it's because they thought that they had power and influence, and these celebrities too. They think that they could tweet something and people will just bow down and listen to what they have to say. Mm-hmm. It ain't like that anymore. It's not like that anymore. And the reality has set in with many of them who have like left social media, who have, Mark Hamill, he's having a meltdown on his new Blue Sky, wherever he's at. And he's like, I'm not coming back. Like they realized that they're not as important as they think they are. And this elitism and all this stuff that these media people and celebrities thought that they had, they don't. They really don't. They don't have it. And the reality sets in with them that they don't have it, and it's crushing them, you know, to the point where I think some of them are going to say the most outrageous stuff to try to hold on to any type of relevancy that they think they might have, just to find some type of engagement. How many celebrities have we heard years? I'm leaving Twitter and I'm going to go to this platform. And then I'm going to leave Twitter and go to that platform. I'm going to leave it. And they always come back because they get the most engagement on that platform, on Twitter. So it all comes down to like, they thought they need attention. These people thrive off of it. And they need someone to listen to them. If not, they can't. When they feel irrelevant, like they will go into a complete panic, shock, which we've already seen some of them do. It's quite comical, in my opinion, to see them like that.
Cognitive dissonance. They do not understand what is happening around them. But they want to
absolutely. It's a joke.
They never saw it coming, but now they want to analyze it and explain it to the people who did.
Mm-hmm.
We really hope that you felt this video was satisfactual. We know we had an actual good time participating and communicating with each and every one of you out there listening. It is a great honor. It is a great pleasure, even a responsibility to do this on a daily basis. You give us the dream job we love doing, and for that we can never say thank you enough. There's only one small favor we ask beyond what has already been done, and that is, folks, consider it. That is clicking the like button. Share, subscribe, click it, stick it to those pesky algorithms. It's the notification bell. And drop a comment right on down below. Let us know your thoughts, because your thoughts do indeed matter, no matter what the mainstream media would otherwise say. Folks, as we say every single time we end these videos, because we mean it, keep learning, keep growing, and keep having fun.